At their capital.
Okay, Wyoming has finally fallen. Okay. Well, I better get many of these guys repaired. And Kuwait, we have a lot of metal ore, so it's best to give it away. Give it away anyway. Treasury benefits, not a whole lot. $67 million. Not a whole lot, actually. But now comes the dread part. Whether or not if any other nation would suddenly declare war. Maybe a resurgent war against Utah? Or somebody over here? Who knows? But I'm not gonna have everybody go back home. I'm gonna keep it at elevated. I'm gonna keep it at medium. Or guarded. No, elevated for now. Just so that at the very least many would go home. The Navy currently needs to be reserved. I'm not gonna reserve everybody at once. These guys, though, I think it's best to reserve them, just to be prepared. And the economy's actually gone back up, rather quickly. 45%, I'm going to increase the budget of social spending to 45, so maybe 42% for now. Nice balance. Approval rating's gone down, so pretty much due to the tax rate. And a lot of bond renewals. $17 billion this time. Once again, consumer shortages. Trades, how are we doing? Timber is the current problem. We have 91 mills being made, not being made, already built, and are currently cutting down trees. No offense to tree huggers, but hello, we are an industrial we are a literal powerhouse, and we need wood. Would have made more sense to somehow regrow some trees, but I don't know. That's just me. Anywhere else that have a lot of trees that can be spared to be cut down for whatever's needed for wood. Most are a little too far away up north. Down in the mainland, however, there's a lot of good areas, but none of them except this area seemed interesting. It's no longer in the red, but to be safe, I'll build 2. Just 2. Fuel is once again a problem, but we have a lot of gas fields and oil derricks. But for cleaner energy, maybe possible to see if it's possible to make some biofuel. Even though most of it is mostly in the homeland. At least 5 of them. Let's see, there's one over here. Another over here. Mexico. None. Up north. None over here. And none in other parts. So, yeah. Gonna take a look at certain gas fields or oil fields. Here they are. Gonna build 3 of those and right next to them. There's a lot more oil up here as well. And most of them are filled up. But I'm gonna choose ones that are not completely filled, like this one and this one, and I think there's one more. Oh yeah, here it is. And that's it. I'm not building any more. It's gonna cost me a lot, after all. But at least the economy, the treasury has gone up. GDP, however, has gone down. Population is growing. What else that needs to be checked? Checked at least. Designs is one thing, and other research. We have 28 buildings. Our recent international actions have led the United States to by 4%. Huh. So we're actually improving relations little by little. Well, we're not going to be that aggressive anymore. I mean, if I have a really massive military and we are truly able to self-sustain, I might go on a really I might go on a, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I guess I might go on a, a bit of a greed to, conquer one nation after another and unite the whole North America. The big rival, of course, is probably Texas when it comes to military size, if that were to happen. Kansas, impressive actually, but I don't know. Oklahoma, sort of. Or Kansas, and that's pretty much... I'm not so sure about some of the others. Florida, I see that they have a pretty impressive military. South Carolina, North Carolina, yeah. Still gotta look out for those that are still gonna continue resistance. And see if it's possible... No, not possible to make a new alliance, despite all that has happened. Northwest Territories? Nope. Yukon Territory? We have all that, but our relations are not as great. But what else? What could they need? Oh. Oh, military goods. Do they even have any designs? No, they do not. Abrams, a Leopard. Yeah, I think it's best to just give them something. Maybe engineers? Some light vehicles, and that... Wait. That's an outdated design. And maybe a National Guard design. Recon. Okay, how about ACAVs or Bradleys? ACAV for now. Anti-tanks. Artillery will do, and Simbas, maybe not. Other artillery. Howitzers, which would be rather cheap. Planes and such, I don't know. I don't think so, because they probably don't even have any planes. And just to show okay, we're gonna give about 200,000 tons of military goods. Consumer goods is a tiny bit of a problem. I'll give not weekly but daily of 30 days of a month. Same with industrial goods. Electrical power, they have plenty. Coal, petrol, metal ore. Petrol is still a problem. So I'll give weekly, but not 52 days. Not 52 weeks. But for the next 20 weeks, we're gonna give this much amount of petrol. Fuel, not fuel, water, agriculture, timber, coal. That's it for now. They don't have that much. They don't have that much in their treasuries. Only $60 million. But yeah, I'll give them a full month to think about. And Georgia is still having problems with consumer goods. Georgia. Oh, here they are. Giving them a lot, but it's not going to be enough. I'm kind of surprised they don't have any form of buildings, consumer buildings in their territory, or built at all. They have a substantial army, but... and a tiny navy, but... I don't know. It's quite a lot of transports. But I don't know. This seems to be becoming a growing nightmare for Georgia, it seems. I mean, if the AI was smart enough, maybe they might try to break an alliance with one of their neighbors. Though which neighbor they would have tried to conquer, that kind of remains to be seen. South Carolina? I don't know. North Carolina? Unless they have some actual resources that Georgia might need, which I may have to check. Agriculture is no surprise. Water, timber, nothing in the category of petrol. Coal, mostly in North Carolina. Metal ore, Georgia has some, as well as North Carolina, and only a little bit in South Carolina. Uranium, none. Electrical power is dependable, and that's about it. There's really not much to say right now, but slowly get the economy up, even though the GDP is still going to be an issue. Taxes, though. Keep that at 45%. Social spending increase a little bit by 43%. And while we're at it, check the rest of the world. Yeah, the Filipino landing forces have been wiped out. Meanwhile, the Japanese landing forces are still around, still holding on to Rizal, but no advances. Especially these engineers that are blockaded by a single WZ-600 APC, or whatever it is. Inner Mongolia, Tibet. Nothing going on. Hong Kong's in a crossfire between the Taiwanese and Southern Chinese forces. And what ship is this? A frigate against a OPV. Is this a Corvette class? I may have to check the designs. Yeah, it's a Corvette. And wait, that's it? That's all the ships they have? One frigate or Corvette class, one cruiser or destroyer, and one carrier. Then what do the Northern... Oh. Well, the Northern Chinese have the majority of the Navy. The same with the Air Force. Army is not surprising, since the Southern Chinese is almost the same. Not really much. Not really. Manchuria also has a substantial navy, even though their only access is right here. I don't know. New Zealand, what do you want? Let's see, you want $13 million for 30 days, while asking 30 days of metal ore for 15,160 tons. Why not? Why not? It's best to get our relations up, slowly. More facilities are done. Yeah, most of them are the formerly nation state of Wyoming. Oh. There's a lot of garrisons. Do we have anything that might be useful for them? Society, warfare, anti-personnel munitions, ballistic? No. Common missiles? What else? Improved radar, military armor, NBC safety. Not gonna give them stealth. And science. Dark matter theories and technology, biofuel or fuel cell, actually. I think that's about it. And that costs $1 billion, which they only have $4 billion in their treasury. I'm not gonna bother with that. Give them 15 days, and once again Georgia is having consumer problems. Ugh. Georgia. Even though you have so many allies that could have given you the resources you need, yet they're not giving you any. Right. Military goods is tiny. They're just gonna keep... I don't know. It's best to just leave them alone for now, because we have a good stock, but it's not enough. And now we're in a negative in agriculture, and timber is gonna be a issue. Will be somewhat resolved soon. But food is still the main issue. Let's see, there's some here, but I'll build 2 hydroponics to be safe. And actually, that's what I'm going to do to balance out.